This is the burn basket. All I do is take a butter knife and scrape it a little bit. Doesn't take much. And that is clean. And this is the fuel control lever that goes into the basket, and that doesn't even need to be cleaned. The control lever, you see it move up and down in the basket, and that controls the amount of pellets that are burning. It makes the basket bigger and smaller. The way the control lever goes in is it just slides right in and hooks on like that. And there you go. That's it. The basket and the main burn chamber is all back together, and we will put it in the main burn chamber. This is kind of heavy, but that's the way you slide it in. I wasn't too good at it, but it's not that hard. Now I'll show you how to clean the glass door and everything inside of that. First thing you do is you remove the log. A lot of ash in here. Don't forget, this has been running for 6 days non-stop. So pull the log out of there, and you can see all the buildup. In through here. Here is a lot of ash buildup in here because this has been running for 6 days non-stop. I'm going to start the vacuum, so you're going to hear some noise, but up here, it goes all the way to the chimney. You run that all the way into the chimney back there, and it cleans everything right up to the chimney. Sorry, it's hard for me to vacuum and hold the camera and everything. So it's clean. It was about a minute's worth of vacuuming, and if I don't know if you can see or not, but that goes all the way back to the chimney. The chimney it's clean to the chimney. And that's all it takes to clean that part. Now all I got to do is clean the window. Don't know what happened whenever I was cleaning the window. Somehow my video got erased. I pushed the wrong button, I guess. But all you use is a little bit of Windex, spray on it, and a couple of paper towels. There is a small etching right here in the glass that over time, but you can barely see it. But remember, this has had 6 tons of pellets going through it already, so sorry I didn't show cleaning in glass. It wasn't much. You just spray a little Windex and wipe it, and it's like this. So I don't think I showed you, but to adjust the temperature is there's a lever there that's on the lowest setting, and as you come down to these different, there's another setting, and that setting right there is where my daughter and son-in-law like to run the stove. That heats their whole house, which is, I think, 2,600 square feet. And it heats their whole house on that setting. And this setting over here, that is the highest setting. And when you start the stove, you have to have it in that highest setting before you drop the pellets down. Because if you drop the pellets down before you put it on that highest setting, the pellets aren't burning, so they're not soft, they're not glowing. So you can't move the lever because it's got pellets all around it, and it won't allow the lever to move unless the pellets are burning. So you need to have it in that position whenever you're starting the stove. And now we'll start the stove. Okay, now to start the stove, if you live in really cold country, cold air is heavier than hot air. So there's actually a downdraft in your chimney if you have a cold stove. So the best thing to do is to take your torch, just stick it up in here a little bit and get a little heat going up that chimney, and that will stop that cold air from coming down. Actually, what works better than this, but I don't have it, is if you take a heat gun and put in there. It has much more volume than this torch does. And just get the airflow going up the chimney instead of down the chimney. Okay, now to start the stove, you place it in here. Get a little heat going. You come up here, loosen the handle, pull the lever up, and tighten it. Now there's a little starter gel in there that I put in the pan, and that helps it going a little faster. Or you can use any kind of starter. You don't have to use anything. You can just use a torch. But this makes it go a little quicker. It's been maybe 30, 45 seconds. You can already start seeing a little bit of flame coming in the glass window here. So it doesn't take much to get it going. Been about 2 minutes now, and it won't be long and you can shut the torch off. You can hear it going in there. It's already taken off really good, and it's been maybe 3 minutes or 4 minutes. And you just like to leave it cracked a little bit until it gets more air, until it gets going. It's been about 5 minutes now. It'll keep ramping up. So you can see how easy it is to start. I can't keep the video on because it would be too big and I wouldn't be able to upload for you guys. But it's been about 10 minutes now. And as you can see, it's going strong. It hasn't even got hot enough yet for the fan to start moving, but it will here in a little bit. But we've got almost a full window of flames. You know, if we didn't have the log in there, that whole window would just be full of flame. And it really, some people, it might scare them with that flame, just the full window of the flame. So the log is in there, not just for aesthetics, but also it slows things down so it's not quite as violent a burn. You can see how hot it is now, and the fan is just starting to go, so she's off and running.